Hi, I'm Dominic Kramer, and I am the director of The Time Monkey. First, let's talk a little bit about how I was able to even actually do any of this. So I started writing this script probably 9 months before the video came out. Now, I was still in college at this time, so really I was just going over it whenever I absolutely could. A lot of it was at 3 in the morning when I was able to actually get productive. So with a partial script done, one had to do what most do: finish the script. So I reached out to one of my good friends who I've worked with before, Nathan Sprick. Now, me and Nate were able to work a lot on the script and go over a lot of things. We also were able to have our good friend and the guy who ended up making our set, William Klein, help us out with all of that. So, after hours of going over the script, making new scenes, taking out scenes, changing words, we finally had the finished draft of the script. So, we made a fundraiser video. This video has a direct link to our GoFundMe for this project. Now it was time for the new experience that I've never really done before, and that was casting. Now, I've casted before, but I've always casted a lot of my friends, which we still did for a lot of this. Most of the people on the cast are close friends of mine, or even a lot of them were employees of the place that I currently work. So, we also casted about 3 or 4 people, including one of my old teachers in the film that weren't anybody that I knew. Well, obviously I knew the teacher, but you know what I mean. So, now that we are casted, funded, and written, it's time to start shooting. So our very first shoot day was the shoot day in the bathtub of bloody water. Now, as some of you may have noticed in the film, Nate's hair is shorter, and that is, we did this intentionally, or at least I did this intentionally, because throughout the whole entire film, you realize slowly the detective is being ripped through time, much like the people that he is investigating. Now, to prove this point a little bit, this scene is actually in the middle, if not towards the end of the film. So his hair goes from very long to very short, showing you that this has started to happen a long time before anything intentional that you see. Now, in order to make this bathtub scene happen, what I actually did was, the night before, or a couple days before, I can't remember really which, I did a test run to make sure this wasn't going to stain anything and it should be all fine. And what I did is I diluted a lot of water down, put in red food dye, and fake blood. Hey everybody, it's Dominic Kramer, director of The Time Monkey, and today we're going to be doing our little bit test. This is the day before our first day of filming. It is June 10th, and I'm in the bathroom. We are going to be doing the bathroom scene tomorrow, so right now I'm testing red food dye, blood, and water to try and get that blood effect that we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be testing out kind of the ratios and the things that we need. So I only put a little bit of the red food dye in there, and it really did a really good job. And honestly, it diluted that water down better than I thought it was going to. So I think this is going to work really, really well. And we should have a decent amount of fake blood afterwards that we can use for later in the film, which is great. Alrighty, and just with a little bit of mixture in there, I feel like that looks like pretty good blood. And obviously, it is in a bathtub. It's supposed to look like it's blood in water. It's not supposed to be, the thickness of blood. So honestly, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Now, I did a lot of research on good fake blood. I found a fake blood that I really, really liked. It seemed to look like the way that I wanted it to look. And so we used that fake blood with a mixture of red food dye. Now, it may or may not have been red 40. Bruh. I didn't realize it until it was too late, and Nate was fine. He doesn't have anything growing out of his head, so he's fine. He's fine. After that, the next thing that we filmed was the opening scene. There were a couple scenes that we actually shot well before most of the majority of shooting, just because I wanted to be able to have time to put out a teaser trailer. Now, in my defense, I did think that I was going to take a couple days to make those. However, I got excited and I did literally everything the night of for every single scene, except for the final cut. Obviously, it took a while for the final cut. So for this opening scene, what we did is it was a lot of handheld shots, things like that. We did a lot of different takes, just pretty much going out there having fun.
Stay with me! Stay with me!
It did actually rain at the time we were supposed to get there, so we got there. We waited about a half hour. The rain broke up for the amount of time that we were there, and immediately after we left, it started to rain again. So we got very, very lucky with that. And actually, the football field that we used was my old high school football field. Little fun fact for you. Now, the next question you might be asking is, Dominic, why are you in the bathroom? And to that, I will say, I have to get a lot of different shots, and honestly, there's a lot of video left. But the next shot that we got is one of my absolute favorites. These we shot at Johnny's house. This is actually the first person you see in the film. You only see him then, but he allowed us to use his house, and we got the smoking scene along with a couple of the other scenes where he is in his bedroom, and these were some of the most fun shoot days out of all of them. After that, it was just a lot of editing and advertising and things like that. And then we get on to the main stuff, the interrogation room, which, little fun fact, we actually built. We built this whole entire set in our friend Will, who I mentioned earlier's basement. Now, I'm going to chunk a lot of this BTS of these investigation rooms together, but this is really where a lot of everything happened. I mean, this is, the main plot, the main place where everything takes place, and it truthfully was an amazing time getting to film with all these people. A huge thank you to Will, a huge thank you to his parents who let us use his basement for this. A lot of our funding that we did was to go to building this set, and I think it actually looked really, really good. I got compliments from the people who had seen stuff from the trailer and things like that, who had seen previous scenes, who said, wow, this space looks so much smaller in person than it does on camera. It feels like such bigger room, which is a huge compliment to myself and to Will, and to really anybody who worked on the set at all. So after that and a lot, and I mean a lot of editing, we finally got to enjoy this movie on August 17th at the premiere. I got to see this movie, short film, whatever you want to call it, on the big screen with 49 of my close friends and family and their close friends and family. And that was absolutely amazing and an experience that I will always remember. Thank you guys so much. I've already started working on the next project and I can't wait to do more. I'm gonna leave you off with something that I know everyone wants to see, and that is the bloopers. So, without further ado, the bloopers for the Time Monkey.
Please state your name and age.
Danny Ramirez, 12 years old.
Look, I'm not messing around, Ramirez.
Okay, fucking pig can't take a joke.
Name and age, please.
Danny Ramirez, 25 years old.
Thank you. So, please tell me about the events that happened on April 23rd.
It was the chupacabra fool. I seen that shit out of the corner of my eye, and then poof, that shit was gone. And my boy Jordan was tweaking out in the grass.
Chupacabra. Let's leave that.
Okay.
How does it know that?
Sorry.
Show me.
Extremely gay porn.
Cook it like a chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, so well done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. This was my table. Oh. I work here.
I've been working here for 35 years and you do not work. Did he serve you guys?
Yeah, he took over twice.
We are recording. Quiet on set. Action.
So, please tell me about the events that happened on April 23rd.
It was El Cucuy, mi amigo. God damn it. So we was leaving this frat party, right? Me and some of my boys, we going through the field. Frat party, crazy, hella za. Bitches throwing hella it was nuts. Lil Baby was bumping. And we crossing the field back to our dorm, probably throw back another 30 rack.
This is like totally a placeholder video because I totally didn't have time to film it, and so now I'm filming a fake version of it as a placeholder because right now it was too noisy last night for me to be able to film it, so I have to film it tonight and hopefully I get it done and it's gonna be fine.
Test number 1. Actually, it's like number 10.
Hey, honey, where's my super shoe? Where's my sweeper? Did you smoke in this room?
It's really good.
That's on my phone. That's the only game I play on my phone.
What else do you play then?
Let's see, you can see the lights in the reflection of the window. He sells pizza and hunts me.
This boyfriend's trying Chinese food.
Get the blood on me. Hold on.
Huh? What?
Ooh, I look sexy. All right.
Anyway.
I went to like pull the door and my hand slipped off of it.
No wonder you want to kill yourself.
Yeah, right? I mean, I would just blow my brains out there.
Alright, action.
Damn you.
Jacob. But just keep looking.
Bam.
That's great.
Cool.
So BTS Konnichiwa or whatever.
Get my good son.
Wait, Love Island?
I believe it, because those are your favorite.
Why is he doing this to me right now?
This isn't my first time, you know.
What do you mean this isn't your first time?
Do you want to know about the creature or not?
Record that interview.
Yes.
Can you play it for me?
What? Why? What's going on, Dave?
Listen, man. We found her body hanging in her bedroom 2 days ago, alright? She committed suicide and forensics say the body is 2.5 weeks old.
But that's not possible.
Somebody left the window open. And then I heard this parade of elephants.